Let's just get crazy here. Let's not even talk about it. Let's just go here really fast. Liquid's gonna have to have like a crazy, like the fact that Liquid will play harder teams, I actually think benefits them in a weird way. Like they're either gonna run through and railroad people, I feel like, or they're gonna struggle. They might even, if they lose their opener to 9, I could even see them going 0-3, depending on who they run into because of how bad their seed is. Who do I think is actually 0-3? I think whoever catches the L between Into the Breach and Apex could be in deep shit. I'm trying to think, like the teams that I'd put 0-3, where I think they might actually go 0-3. I feel like Apex actually looked really good as a team. Monty relies on that individual level, but I feel like they have a more consistent game than Into the Breach. Gamer Legion as a team, they could go 0-3. Yeah, following my logic here, they could go 0-3. I just think like if we're being, logical about this, I feel like Into the Breach had a nice run at the RMR, but I actually think it hurts them. Like in the grand scheme of making a run to playoffs, right? To get through the legend stage, I feel like they would have benefited playing in the challenger stage, because I just feel like they're gonna show up and they might come out really fucking flat-footed, cold, not ready to game. And if they lose those opening BO1s, dude, they're gonna struggle in the BO. Like the BO1s are where they gotta eat. Like that's where they're gonna have to get their win. And they're playing Apex, who's fucking looking nice out of the challenger stage. I mean, they genuinely, Apex actually looked good out of the challenger stage. And if they take an L there, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like when I look at every matchup, like this is probably their most favorable matchup that they have. But I feel like Apex looked good coming out of challenger. Gamer Legion 0-3 no matter what. Look at it. All right, let's take a look. Yeah, that's actually, yeah, because they're seeding, right? Yeah, let's hold on. Yeah, I mean the people that, yeah, because they have the terrible, yeah, ooh. No, that's a good one. That's a good point. I have a soft spot for Gamer Legion, and honestly, it kind of makes me blind. So I do have a soft spot for Gamer Legion. Because of their seeding, they're going to have a real rough time. People are going to call Liquid 3-0 copium, but you guys already know how I treat the 3-0 pick. Me putting Liquid in the 3-0 spot is the least amount of copium that I've ever had, actually. You think 9 is a far better 3-0 pick? I think 9 has a real problem in their map pool when they get to BO3s. Nah, I'm gonna leave Liquid there. I think you guys are right. I think 9 is a fantastic team to put 3-0 because of their seeding, because of how much Counter-Strike they've just been playing. They do have one Achilles heel in their best of 3, but depending on the matchup, it might not get exposed. I think this is a nice starting point. I'm just gonna kind of talk about other options for those of you that like, I know some of you like to copy the picks, and I know some of you guys like to see the picks and then like, add a little bit of flair in there. I think teams like that could be really good is, I think 9 as a 3-0, if you're not an NA fanboy, is a really strong choice. Fnatic is not as good, I think, as a lot of people think they are right now. I don't think Fnatic's bad. I just think that, like, let's be honest, they had a nice, easy run to get to Legends. Nothing wrong with that. They don't get to pick who they play, but that's the truth. They weren't really looking that great. And then they got like a pretty easy run to Legends. So don't let Fnatic's run kind of fool you. The problem with B&E is they're really good, but as soon as they get versus some of these teams that aren't phased in a BO3, they just haven't been able to put it together. Apex is like actually a really weird one because, dude, they looked good. That team looked legitimately much better than I gave that team. I wasn't thinking that team's bad, but I was giving them no credit. I will give them tons of credit. If you want to get crazy with it and maybe gamble them for one of these picks, like maybe potentially a 3-0, I wouldn't really fuck with the bottom here that much. NIP can make a run. You could put them at the bottom. Another team you could put at 3-0. That team also might go 0-3. Monty Boros is looking good, but not as good as he was before. So I don't, unless Boros does what he did in the RMR, I don't really see any scenario where Monty makes it through. And that's kind of the extra picks there. So that's kind of why I didn't pick some of the ones that I did. I mean, Navi, I think, is pretty self-explanatory. I think Heroic is I think every pick I have at the bottom, the only pick that might seem less obvious is Furia. Furia, I think, is weak in the sense that they are entirely reliant on Yuri and Queserado. It's a good problem to have because Queserado is the best fucking rifler, I swear to God. Like, maybe in the world right now, but he's definitely, you can't say he's not top 5 in the world. Queserado is a fucking monster and can single-handedly, and has, take them straight to fucking legends. He can absolutely do that. He is that good. One player on Fury can do that. Now, and then Yuri's usually pretty consistent. That's why I have them there, is I trust those two players more than, like, for instance, an NIP roster. But I just take Queserado Yuri. Like, when I just think about it, do I trust Queserado Yuri over NIP? Yes. Over Apex? Yes. BNE? Yeah. Like over every single one of these teams. That could backfire, but that's why I'm doing it. Swap Liquid and Furia. I don't know, dude. That might not be a bad one for the copium. We're already coping hard enough. No, Furia's got a good seed. They play Monty early. No. I like Furia. Well, well. Actually, don't know who will win between these two or these two. Fuck. Yeah, Liquid 3-0 is fucking rough. So I'm gonna leave Liquid there. I don't care. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Liquid right now. On one hand, I predicted exactly what they were gonna do in groups, and I hate it here. And because as a fan of Liquid, it basically just is pain 24/7. Okay, I think in my head, it is more likely Liquid loses to 9. Like, they have better odds against Navi than 9. Straight up, I don't care what you tell me. I actually have more faith in Liquid beating Navi than, for example, 9. Because of how they are. Not because I think Liquid is better than Navi, but just this is how it is with this fucking team. They're like, oh, somebody that we're like probably supposed to beat that we don't play very often, we'll lose. Now Navi, real shit. All of a sudden, the whole fucking squad's there ready to fucking pull up against fucking against Simple, and they play good, and then they fucking disappear. So I don't fucking know. Let me be, dude. I have to have Liquid in my pick'ems. All right, it's a disease called North American Counter-Strike. Okay, I think you can make some very I think many of you can copy my pick'ems pretty much from, you know, you just look at all of this right here, and then you don't look at this. Okay, and the reason why I like Liquid for the 3-0 is because I don't really feel that great about them at the bottom. Right, it's one thing to go 0-2 multiple times in tournaments like they have and then rally back, sure, but how many times are you going to do that before you get caught? Right, let's just say they lose their opener match, right, and I have them, instead of in the 3-0, I have them at the bottom. They lose the second. I don't know if they can do what they've been doing. I feel like eventually that gives up. So I'm hoping on the copium that challengers woke them the fuck up. They come out swinging. They just ride the high to playoffs. Yeah, I think this is good. I'm gonna stick with this. I think the picks that you could maneuver around obviously are the 0-3. Clearly the 3-0 you could change. And if you don't have as much faith in the Queserado Yuri duo as I do, I could see you maybe not wanting to do the Furia pick.